Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are very, very, very well in all your ways and that you are living in your own story. These are the most exciting times to be alive, family, to have come through, to have been, killed in your old self and been resurrected anew. These are truly, truly amazing, amazing times, family. Special shout out to the sponsor of today's show, Beverly B Music, and she is an ancient sound healer, and she releases music. She lives in Hawaii, actually, amazing location. She releases music every single day, ocean sounds and different nature sounds, and then on Thursday and Friday, she offers these live ancient sound healing sessions from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can join her either live or you can join her on Clubhouse at Beverly B Music. Definitely something you want to check out. And check out her new YouTube Shorts channel. It's called at Beverly B Inspires. It's absolutely amazing. Definitely check it out. Don't even think of jumping on me, Errol. Huh? I just saw you in the water. Come on. This is my co-host Errol. So yeah, check out her shorts where she adds daily inspirational messages, family, at Beverly B Inspires. So I get a lot of questions, and I've been getting a lot of questions lately about if I was to advise someone on what helps you set yourself free. What's the biggest thing you can do for yourself to disengage you or to disconnect you, from the Babylon Matrix, family? And the number one thing for me is that if you truly want to be free, you have to stand up for yourself. My freedom did not come from me knowing what had happened to me. Knowing that, I was probably experimented on in this super posh school that my mother took me to. Who knows whether she was part of it, whether she knew about it or whether she didn't know about it, because she's part of some, coven of fetish priests, something I've talked a lot about on my channel. Knowing what has happened to you is not enough, family. To trigger the change, you have to say, no, this is not my reality. I will not accept this. You have to stand up and say, this was wrong. This was a crime. This was child abuse. This was emotional abuse. This was physical abuse. And you have to stand up for the child in you, the teenager in you, the naive man or woman in you that didn't have time or the courage to stand up for themselves at that time. Standing up for you for yourself is like the first key to your ultimate liberation, family. And it doesn't mean being confrontational. It doesn't mean you have to, attack or whatever people that are coming for you. But it does mean that you will call out the enemies of your soul. You will call out those who hurt you, those who have hurt your children, those who have hurt other family members. You will speak the truth because the truth is the only thing that can make you free. And it's not so much the global truth that makes you free, family. It's your own truth. Speaking your own truth once you know it, actually speaking it out loud, is like fast tracking yourself. You put yourself on the fast track to healing, to justice, to restoration, to expansion of who you are. Because you see, we get trapped at the ages of our trauma. And when we start healing, we heal like an onion. So we'll start with the most recent trauma, then we'll go to the next one. So maybe if we were in an abusive romantic relationship, we'll deal with that first. Then maybe now we'll deal with maybe bullies in school or whatever. Take that layer off, maybe being gang-stalked, maybe being hated by teachers, whatever. So that's how the healing process works. And at every step of your trauma, there's a part of you that's trapped there. So when you work on it, when you heal, when you stand up for yourself, you release that. You release that 23-year-old whose heart was broken. You release that 16-year-old who was bullied and all the stories around that. And they just become a story of your life. But they don't have this heaviness and this emotion, which is like the energetic baggage that they're robbing, that you could be using for many other wonderful things, family. And as the process, the process happens, the healing process happens with how much of the truth you can take. So you'll notice at the beginning of your healing, the truth you were dealing with was here. It was about how maybe you allowed narcissists to take advantage of you, this and that, how you didn't stand up for yourself in friendships and relationships. Then you kind of dealt with that, stood up for yourself, removed those kind of energies for your life. Then you started dealing with other things. For a lot of us chosen ones, when we reached now our childhood and our teenagehood, that's when literally all hell broke loose. And that's where we've been kind of slowly inching closer to what happened to us as children, to what even happened to us in our mother's womb, family. And it has been a very painful journey. If I had found out, like 5 years ago, that as a child, my mother was probably part of confirmation, was probably part of allowing me to be taken advantage of, allowing me to be experimented on, maybe even allowing men to touch me inappropriately, and then using medicine to wipe my memory, not caring whether it would affect me in my adult life. And then she would actually even make fun of the fact that I had a poor memory. I mean, before I'd be telling you this story, family, and I'd be crying. And thanks for all of you who have been through this healing journey with me. But I mean, now it's just a story. And she would even tell me how I had such a poor memory and I didn't remember anything and criticize my mind. But if I had found there is a period where I was not strong enough to know the truth. And so there was no one who was holding up my healing. There was no one who was holding up my, me moving on, me closing out this book of life, but me. And that's why you have to learn the art of healing. How do you heal? I'm talking about so many things in this show, family, but how do you heal? For me, I need time to just sit in my meditation. I go through this, I replay the story, I think of different angles, my role in it, their role in it, and I just reason with my guardian angels, with my spiritual team. I reason with the elders that walk with me, with the great mothers and great fathers that walk with me. And I am able to make peace within myself. That is how I have learned to heal and to detach, to remove all the pain and emotion, because that Mumbi is no longer here. That Mumbi wasn't even Mumbi. That Mumbi was still my Muzungu name, which I don't even want to bring up. And it reached a point where if the knowledge, as I grew stronger, as I was able to process information, process the heaviness and keep it pushing, one of the things that I had to do, family, was to stand up for myself. When you move from that grieving the innocence of you as a 2-year-old, having all kinds of men ejaculating on you and things like that, grieving that child, and then now you go into, oh, this happened to me, oh, the pain, the anguish, feeling weak. And then now you move into righteous anger. And you reverse everything that was done to you. And you return. I am a big believer, I am a big knower that return to sender on some of these levels is necessary. Because if because of who I am spiritually. We don't really, go out to war like the wizards and warlocks of these days. I will return what you sent to me back to you. And I will add energy to it so that it hits you nice and good. This turn the other cheek is BS, family. And I have found the only way I have accelerated in my journey, moved into my paradise on earth, moved into my dream life, is because I stood up for myself. Even when a lot of Kenyans called me crazy, even when a lot of people around the world who were watching me had all kinds of criticism, but I stood up for myself. And that was what mattered to the 6-year-old Mumbi, to the 5-year-old Mumbi, to the 2-year-old Mumbi. And that healed me. And as I healed, I realized all the other opinions of what people thought. Take it from me, people. Other people's opinion of you is none of your business. If you take that with you, you'll walk much lighter. But stand up for yourself, family. From any immediate abuse you're receiving now, and then walk back in your life and stand up for every time for the you that was abused, that was mistreated, that was taken advantage of, that was cheated on. Stand up for him or her. And you will see how much your life transforms and how quickly you come into who you really are. Anyway, special shout out to Beverly B Music family. Definitely check out her ancient sound healing sessions for free every Thursday and Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's really, really powerful. In fact, go to her YouTube channel and check out some of the testimonials. It's like, wow. And she has a new YouTube Shorts channel, Beverly B Inspires actually. So definitely check that out. Yeah, Beverly B Inspires. Definitely check that out. She adds shorts every day or every couple of days that will just give you that, because her intentions are pure and her intentions are to heal. That gives her work power. And if you'd like to advertise on the Dr. Mumbi Show, definitely email me, mumbi.saraki@gmail.com. Tu kopa moja. To all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines.